What's up, everybody? FTWitachi here. You know what it is. Thank you all very much for tuning in to youtube.com/FTWitachi Plays. And as you can tell, we have been releasing tons of content from Blizzcon with all of your favorite games. And today, we're here with what has been announced and everything you need to know about Hearthstone. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. Ready, everybody. So, with the announcing of Descent of Dragons, which is going to be Hearthstone's newest expansion, we're going to go ahead and dive into complete details on everything that they've announced on this expansion. And of course, live react to some trailers as well. So, announcing Descent of Dragons, Hearthstone's newest expansion. Early this year, they experienced the Rise of Shadows, where League of Evil set a master plan into motion, a daring theft of a floating city of Dalaran. That plot thickened in swirling sands and dusty tombs when plagues were unleashed and the saviors of Uldum stood up to the forces of evil. Now it's time for the epic story to reach its conclusion, and it's time for some dragons. This is Year of the Dragons, so why not? So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out the Descent of Dragons cinematic trailer. Ooh, they upgraded the cinematics. Oh snap!
Is this the end? Our
Nope.
heroes can't fly. They
Nope.
fall like shooting
They're about to bring in
stars.
one of those
Will
cringy songs again.
anyone
Holy.
survive? Dragons take flight above the ice and snow, high in the sky where the cold wind blows. Wings beat down as the feet back foes, flooding hot fire over frozen bones. Good unites against people they oppose. They ride or die as the legends grow. We must go to sense through the hero. There are no silence in this combat zone. Beats midair, yeah, it's a chiller.
What made him come up with this type of
It's a
style?
killer. They go round and round as the beat down pounds. Aerial thrills, yeah, it's a thriller. Sky filled with trauma and all of this drama, portending and impending. Crash down. It's dragons descend.
Now that that's taken care of, the Descent of Dragons takes the fight between the League of Evil and the League of Explorers to the skies above Dragonblight, where the final phase of Rafam's arch-villainous plot is underway. As Dalaran continues to seek across the skies of Azeroth, it now carries a sinister payload. It seems that not all plagues were contained in Uldum, and Rafam plans to leverage his bounty of larceny to resurrect a greater power thought long defeated. Galakrond, the progenitor of all dragonkind, may have perished in the wastes of Dragonblight, but this minor detail hasn't prevented Rafam from making the bygone behemoth a crucial part of his master plan. Using the Plague of Undeath, Rafam and his league will resurrect Galakrond and unleash an unimaginable level of devastation across Northrend. That is, unless the League of Explorers can come together to conquer their greatest challenge yet. Descent of Dragons will take flight globally on December 10th of 2019, introducing a new card set, new game mechanics, and a whole host of dragons. But we're talking about a new beast called Galakrond. Let's go ahead and find out more draconic details on this beast. Despite the valiant efforts of the League of Explorers in Uldum, Arch-Villain Rafam and the League of Evil's nefarious plans have come to a devastating fruition. They've escaped Uldum with the Plague of Undeath and twisted its ancient power in order to resurrect the most powerful draconic force of the world of Azeroth has ever known, the progenitor of dragonkind himself, Galakrond. Read on for details to see what to expect with Galakrond's grand entrance into the world of Hearthstone before he's added to your collection with the launch of Descent of Dragons on December 10th. So everybody will be getting this legendary card at the launch of the new little adventure in Hearthstone. What is Galakrond? The resurrected proto-dragon Galakrond manifests as 5 unique hero cards for the League of Evil. Classed as Rogue Warrior, Warlock, Shaman, and Priest, like existing hero cards, playing Galakrond will replace your current hero and hero power, grant some armor, and trigger the card's battle cry. However, there's much more to Galakrond than in a traditional hero card. You can upgrade this hero card, so upgrading Galakrond. Throughout a match, Galakrond can be upgraded into more powerful versions of himself by playing cards with the new Invoke keyword. Invoking Galakrond twice takes him from his base form of Galakrond, the Apocalypse. Invoking two additional times will take him to his final, most powerful form, Galakrond Azeroth's End. Upgrading to each new form doubles the power of Galakrond's Battlecry effect, and playing Galakrond in his final form additionally equips a 5/2 claw weapon that can swiftly lay waste to your opponent. Once Galakrond is played and his battle cry has been unleashed, he can no longer be upgraded through invoke cards, though they will still trigger the invoke effect. To give an example of what the Wing Terror Beast brings to the board, here are the three transformations of Galakrond: the Unspeakable, the Priest manifestation of the powerful progenitor of Dragonkind. As you can see, Galakrond the Unspeakable. Battlecry, destroy one random enemy minion, invoke twice to upgrade. Galakrond the Apocalypse. Destroy two random enemy minions, invoke twice to upgrade. Galakrond Azeroth's End. Battlecry, destroy four random enemy minions and equip a 5/2 Claw. In addition to progressing towards the final transformation, wherever you play an invoke card, Galakrond, wherever he may be, will also grant an activation of his hero power. As an example, casting Seal Fate will not only deal 3 damage to an undamaged minion, but also add a random lackey to your hand, since that's the hero power gained when you play the rogue manifestation of Galakrond, Galakrond the Nightmare. Seal Fate, deal 3 damage to an undamaged character, invoke Galakrond, which you will also be able to take care of Galakrond's Guile, which is his hero power, add a lackey to your hand. Draconic details. Now, let's go over some details to help you understand some interesting situations you may encounter with the new Galakrond cards. Hopefully, this section doesn't drag on. The first Galakrond you gain control of, either in your hand or deck, becomes your main Galakrond. Usually, this is the Galakrond you include in your deck, but it also can be one you stole from your opponent or received through some crazy shenanigans. This means any invoke cards will upgrade the Galakrond and trigger its hero power effect. Nope, that like quest cards with the invoke keyword and the 5 collectible Galakrond cards cannot be generated by random effects such as Discover. In addition, where your deck contains multiple versions of Galakrond, such as Tavern Brawls that allow cards from multiple classes, your main Galakrond will be the one that matches your class, if possible. Otherwise, it will be the first Galakrond detected by the game. Once Mastermind, your main Galakrond remains the same for the rest of the game unless it's destroyed, transformed, or you replace your hero with a different version of Galakrond. Once you play a Galakrond, that becomes your main Galakrond until you replace it again. One final thing to note is that when you invoke, it is Galakrond himself that is rewarding you for your efforts. If you don't have a Galakrond as your hero or in your hand or deck, then invoking has no effect. So if you steal and play an invoke card from your opponent, you won't get any benefit from invoking unless you have a Galakrond. Can't wait to see the devastation you unleash once you get your hands on Galakrond, so good luck and see you in the tavern. But that is only the beginning. We got so much more. Descent of Dragons takes the fight between the League of Evil and the League of Explorers, as we've said. So let's go ahead and check out what the new to Descent of Dragons, which is going to be introducing Galakrond, which we just went over, but this is going to be a little bit simpler forms. So introducing Galakrond himself, the dragon to end all dragons. Galakrond manifests as 5 brand new hero cards, one each of the warrior, warlock, shaman, rogue, and priest class. Each version of Galakrond becomes with a powerful battlecry and hero power. However, recently awakened Galakrond is still growing in power, and the League of Evil will need the help of Dragon Cultists to invoke Galakrond and release his full potential. As we stated, there will be a new keyword of invoke. To help him reach his true terrifying power, the League of Evil classes will take every opportunity to invoke Galakrond. Invoke is a new keyword that will empower Galakrond, causing his battlecry to grow in strength to a second and third form. Many more details will be contained, which we already went over. Introducing side quests. Heroes and villains alike will have long embarked on lengthy quests to uncover hidden relics and substantial powers, and now the frozen wastes of the Northrend bring you opportunities to mages, druids, hunters, and paladins. Side quests are new cards that offer powerful rewards, but are easier to complete than your standard quest cards. We're also, as you can see, there's one for the mages, which is Lone Draconic. Side quest, spend 8 mana on spells, reward to summon a 6/6 dragon. Also dragons. Yes, there's going to be many dragons here. Okay, so maybe you've wondered why You're the Dragon has been suspiciously light on dragons. Well, worry not, as those days are over. Whether you've aligned with League of Explorers or Evil, each hero class will get its very own legendary dragon to reign over ice and sky. It should come to no surprise that the dragon cards are big, impactful legendaries with battle cries that are sure to turn the fight in your favor. As you can see, for the druids, Yseria's Unleash. Battlecry, shuffle 7 dream portals into your deck when drawn, summon a random dragon. Also, also, Dragon Breaths. As any self-respecting winged serpent will tell you, a dragon is only as good as its ability to breathe fire, ice, poison, lightning, or any other myriad of elemental exhalations. Dragon Breath cards are spells that give you powerful bonuses if you're holding a dragon. For example, for shamans, Lightning Breath. Deal 4 damage to a minion if you're holding a dragon, also damage its neighbors. So, you can pre-purchase Descent of Dragons, purchase one or both of the two pre-purchase bundles available for Descent of Dragons. Descent of Dragons Mega Bundle. This bundle contains 100 Descent of Dragons card pack, the Deathwing hero, Warrior Hero, the Shattering card pack, a random Descent of Dragons Golden Legendary card, and early access to the Battlegrounds game mode, which we will be going over pretty soon. The Descent of Dragons bundle. This bundle contains 60 Descent of Dragon card packs, the Shadowing card pack, a random Descent of Dragons Golden Legendary card, and early access to the Battlegrounds game mode, which we will be going over pretty soon. Log in to get Galakrond. A power like Galakrond cannot be contained. Log into Hearthstone anytime within the first 90 days of launch of the Descent of Dragons, and you'll receive all 5 Galakrond cards. BlizzCon's virtual ticket legendary Sathrovar. All owners of this year's BlizzCon virtual tickets can claim Sathrovar, a neutral legendary demon with a powerful ability to copy a minion. The virtual ticket is still available for purchase and includes all in-game loot and more. Sathrovar again is a demon with the battle cry choose a friendly minion, add a copy of it to your hand, deck, and battlefield. Costs 9 and is a 5/5. It does look very, very cool and will probably be put into my demon deck pretty soon. New solo adventures coming soon. The story doesn't end with Descent of Dragons. A new solo adventure will be coming in January. The League of Evil and the League of Explorers will collide head to head for a final showdown, unlike anything they've seen before. The arena rotation is ready to rotate yet again with the launch of Descent of Dragons. The sets that have been available within Arena will now be, as you can see, Classic, um, back to Mountain. Oh, no Nax. Man, that kind of sucks. I wanted Nax to come back. But anyways, you got Basic, Classic, Blackrock Mountain. You got the Grand Tournament, One Night in KZ, Knights of the Frozen Throne, Rasticon's Rumble, and of course, Descent of Dragons. Pre-release Fireside Gatherings will also be going on at firesidegatherings.com, so go ahead and check it out. The introduction of Hearthstone Battlegrounds, which is a brand new game mode to the game, and we haven't had one almost pretty much since launch, if you ask me. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and start this one off with the announcement trailer.
Welcome to the Battlegrounds. 8 combatants enter? Only one will take the crown. Step aside.
I'm looking forward.
Now we're in business. The battle is really
This is gonna be
raging
a
out there.
complicated game.
Let me know when
But
the
so
fight
much
starts.
The Battlegrounds are open.
Alright, so welcome to Hearthstone Battlegrounds. Welcome to Hearthstone Battlegrounds, the brand new auto battling game mode that introduces a fresh strategic 8-player experience to Hearthstone in Battlegrounds. You'll take on the role of a familiar hero straight out of the Hearthstone history, craft a powerful board of recruited minions, and face off in an action-packed series of duels until a single winner is crowned. This is this is a auto battling game mode, similar to Dota, Dota chess, I should say. Battlegrounds is everything you know and love about Hearthstone, familiar minions, types such as Murlocs, Mechs, and Demons, oh my, keywords and cards, but played in a way you've never experienced before. Battlegrounds will go live at 10 a.m. PDT on November 5th for a week of early access, where only players who have acquired the Descent of Dragons pre-purchase bundle, BlizzCon attendees, and BlizzCon virtual ticket holders will be able to access this new game mode. After this early access phase ends at 10 a.m. on November 12th, they'll enter open beta where everyone will be able to hop into Bob's Tavern to try their hands at being the best at Battleground Heroes. Battlegrounds will launch with a fully functional tutorial narrated by Bob himself, of course, which will teach you everything you need to know and how to get started. But let's briefly go over the basics while we're here. How to play Hearthstone Battlegrounds. Hail your heroes. Hearthstone Battlegrounds will launch with 24 different heroes, each with their own unique hero power, and changes the way you'll recruit, battle, and strategize against your opponents. Once a match begins, you'll be presented with a selection of available heroes. Take a little time to consider your options and start formulating a plan on how to best utilize your chosen hero's power. For example, choosing Maleficent Mana Storm will passively cause all mech minions that appear in Bob's Tavern to gain an additional +1/+1, so you'll likely want to focus on revving up your robotic recruits to make the most out of Maleficent. Alternatively, Arthas gives you the choice to spend a little of your hard-earned tavern coin to grant the rightmost minion reborn, so carefully positioning is key to when you're playing as the Lich King. It's tavern time. In Battlegrounds, rather than building a deck of cards, you'll construct an ever-evolving board of minions during visits to Bob's Tavern at the start of the match between combat rounds. You can check out the full list of minions and heroes in Battlegrounds, which is also on the playhearthstone.com website. So, as the match progresses, you'll be granted an increasing amount of coins to be spent upgrading and modifying your board. Most things you do in a tavern will cost you coin, and coins can't be saved up to be spent in future rounds. So here are the options you'll be able to consider, but how best to spend your coins is completely up to you. So you can recruit a minion by drag minions onto your hero to buy them for 3 gold. Um, Build up an army to take down your enemy. Basically, every time you enter a battleground or a tavern, Bob will present you with a fresh lineup of minions, willing to ready recruited onto your team. Of course, you'll need to play any minion you'd like to recruit with coins before they'll be doing your bidding. Recruiting a minion will cost you 3 coins. You can also refresh the board. Don't see anything you like or look for that perfect minion to round up your lineup? You can also refresh the current lineup of the available minions for 1 coin. Fire a minion. Drag minions to Bob's to sell them. It frees up space and you get 1 gold for it. If it's time to free up space on your board, or if a minion just isn't pulling their weight on your lineup, you can fire that minion and regain 1 coin. So if you did spend those 3 coins and it's just a minion you don't want, at least you get 1 gold back for it. Freeze the board. See something you need but running low on coins? You can freeze the current lineup for free so that the same minions will appear on your next visit in the tavern. Improve your tavern. The strength and number of Bob's minions offerings and the base amount of damage dealt to enemies' health totals during combat rounds is determined by your tavern tier. The higher your tavern tier, the more powerful minion offerings you'll receive, and the more damage you'll deal. The cost of upgrading your tavern tier will increase every time you upgrade to the next level, and choosing to forego upgrading your tavern tier will reduce the cost by 1 the next time you return to the tavern. Creating a triple. Recruiting 3 identical minions will automatically combine them into a powerful golden version of the minion with significantly increased stats and effects. These triples will retain any buffs placed on them before they were combined. When you have 3 of the same minion, they combine into a more powerful golden copy. Once you've scored a triple recruit and placed your combined minion on the board, you'll also be granted a reward card in your hand that allows you to discover a free minion from the next highest tavern brawl, or the tavern level, sorry. Arrange your minions. After you've got a crew of recruits ready to join you in battle, you want to choose best to arrange your minions in positions on the board. In between combat phases, you can place recruited minions from your hand onto the board, much as you would in a traditional Hearthstone match, or switch their positions by simply dragging the card into the desired place. During combat, minions with the leftmost attack first, but which enemies attacked will be completely random unless your opponent has a taunt minion in place, which will always be attacked first. Pay attention to your minion board positions to make the most of the effects like Poisonous, Death Rattle, and Divine Shield. Enter the fray. Once your time in the tavern is over, combat will begin. During the combat phase, you'll be pitted against a randomly chosen opponent, and your recruited minions will battle to the death until a victory is decided. Minions will take turns attacking, starting with each player's leftmost minion. Minion keywords work just as they would in a normal game of Hearthstone. For example, taunt minions must be attacked first, poisonous minions destroy any minion they deal damage to, divine shield will block the first source of damage, etc. The status of all other players, including which opponent you will face off against next, will be visible at all times on the leaderboard. To the left of the board, but you'll have to wait until the battle begins to see your next opponent's minions and positions. Once a round of combat concludes, you'll head back to Bob's Repeats, the tavern phase, have an opportunity to reconfigure your board, then head back again into the fray. You'll repeat this pattern of beefing up your board and taking it into battle until you're knocked out or you reign supreme as the last standing battleground boss. Rankings. Ranking up and down in Battlegrounds is simple. Your current skill rank is visible before heading into the match and is adjusted up or down after the match concludes, depending on your performance. The amount of points lost or gained is determined by which place you were in when you were knocked out and skill rank of your opponents. Ending the match on the top four will generally increase your skill rating, while ending in the bottom four will lower it. Though there may be cases where battling against players of significantly lower or higher skill rating could cause some variance. A leaderboard displaying top players will be available on the www.playhearthstone.com website shortly after Battlegrounds launch. Prepare to enter Battlegrounds. Once Battlegrounds makes its way into Hearthstone, it will be accessible through the new Modes button for the Hearthstone main screen, which will also include the Arena. While access to Battlegrounds will be completely free for everyone with a Hearthstone account, players who have acquired packs of the most recent Hearthstone expansion through any means, quests, gold purchases, bundles, events, etc., will have access to the following bonus Battleground content. At 10 packs, you'll gain access to detailed stats about your Battleground performance, accessible in the Battleground's queue screen. At 20 packs, you can choose from 3 heroes at the start of each match instead of 2. And at 30 packs, you'll unlock unique Battleground emotes that are visible to everyone in your matches. So that's it about the Hearthstone updates from BlizzCon thus far. We got a brand new expansion and, of course, a brand new game mode of Battlegrounds coming pretty soon. Stay tuned for some more content on Hearthstone. Got questions? Post down below. Catch you guys next time. Peace out, team.